Hey everyone, Cosmos here from Dollar Games. In this video we're going to go into Dragonchant and we're going to sort through all these talismans that I have gathered, and we're going to do talisman enchanting, talisman engulfing. So everything about talismans is going to be the focus of this video. And so if you have if you're confused about anything related to talismans, then this video should help you out. So the first tip is that there's actually a maximum limit to the bag size of the talismans. It's not unlimited, and when you try to collect more than you have space for, it'll say your inventory is full. You cannot get any more talismans out of the chests or out of the chests like this, or any other way. So if I'm double clicking this, the chest itself is opening, but it is sending the talismans into the mailbox. So that's what's going on, and so you need to clean it up once in a while. So I haven't done my talismans forever, and as you can see, none of my talismans is even enchanted because I simply didn't need it. I was able to beat the vortex even at lower battle rating, and I posted Patreon articles on Dollar Games Wartune blog giving exact steps on how to pass that. So I didn't need to do any enchanting. I have some lower grade here that I noticed here, a blue +9. I must have done long ago. I don't even remember that one. So okay, and I also of course have a whole lot of X talismans because I haven't used them, and that's it. In this video I'm not going to go into talisman selections. I have a reference article on the blog about selecting the right talisman combinations, so you can refer to that. This is the set I'm going with. I will be taking 10% damage increase from the Spectre. I'll be taking 30% crit damage increase from the Sunlight, and the 15 rage from the Resurgence. So so that's that. And then you have of course the talismans of different rarities. You have the legendary ones, the purple ones, epic, and then rare, and then the common ones over here uncommon. And so that's where we are, and all this needs to be cleaned up. So when I go to talisman, so for example, if we're talking about the one I have equipped, so the first thing we can check is if this is the best base talisman that I should be equipping. So of course I need physical attack, so that's the first choice. Here I have a lot of magical attack ones which are going to be completely useless to me. But what I can do is I can check another Spectre, and this one is also legendary, but it has a lower percentage effect, and its magic attack as well. You can check the Spectres here, which are physical attack. So this one is, it has 173, but the 66 is lower. This one has a physical attack secondary attribute. Alright, so the one I'm wearing is the best base talisman that I have. So what you can do is, if your bag is full, the first thing you can do is you can take that one, and then having the stat talisman on, you can toss in all the little ones which give 10 experience, and say, yeah, I don't care that it'll be lost. And like this you can consume them to open up inventory. But of course this is not fun and not ideal. And as you can see, no matter if I'm taking like a purple one, for example, it's still giving 10 experience, and 10 is very little, because even a single X talisman is giving 100, just one of them. So then just gathering these talismans just for the sake of gathering, it's kind of pointless. You might want to have different versions of legendary ones in case you need to switch around, but basically once you have legendary ones you don't need all these lower ones, so you can safely get rid of those. 5. I'll try to finish on a round number. Of course, I'm not gonna do this for all talismans in this video because I don't want to waste your time. But basically, let's say you're happy with where you have at 400, and then at this point I can go and toss in let's say 600 of these. 399, and just upgrade them to a higher level. So that's to do with enchanting, and the similar thing you can do with other talismans. It follows the same logic, but of course the exp talisman, the stat talismans change depending on which tab you're using, but the exp talisman is common for all of them. So be careful not to feed all of this into only one. You probably want to distribute it relatively equally, and maybe in all, and maybe with a preference or priority to attack or something like that. So I will for sure give more enchantments to physical attack, and of course if you're a knight and an archer you probably want to put more into magic defense, and if you are a mage you probably want to buff physical defense more, and so forth. So the same logic works. If you will do block build by any chance someday, block would be an interesting one to fill in here. So now this one was a good base talisman, but I don't think all of mine are, so let's check them. So this one is physical defense legendary. So what I'm looking at for a good base is a plus 15%, which is the current max talisman effect, and I'm looking that of course it's legendary, and it has the best secondary attributes as a third step. So we can go to the second tab and check. This is a spectre. We can check other specters and see this is 5%, 12%, 12%, 12, 8, 8, and 5. So this is indeed the best one that I have. In the resurgence for 3, this one is only 12. So hopefully one of these new ones is 15, 12, 8, 12, 5, 8, 8, 8, and here is a 15 one. So we're gonna take that instead of this one, because this one has 15% talisman effect and 2 purple sub ones. But even if the sub attributes were bad, I would take it anyways. So that's gonna move this resurgence, and similarly we can check number 4. So this one is a very bad percentage sunlight, so we're gonna check here 8, and here's a 15 that I have, so that's already good. 5, 12, so we're gonna take the 15 over here. Then we're gonna go to 5, and we're gonna check for magic defense to see if we have a good resurgence at 15, and I do one here. We're gonna remember that one. Resurgence 12, 8, 15. Oh, here I have a really good one. It's all orange, so that's like the best you can get, I guess. There could be still one of these talismans with a higher orange, so I should check with that, because this is 146 and 150 on the secondary attributes, and then for that you can check all that you have in case of magic defense, and see if you have any orange. Like here is a spectre, 8% spectre with 151,000 secondary magic defense attribute, which is better than any of the 2 that I have. And in those cases you can decide to do an engulf. So let's do an engulf. We're now in the fifth tab, so we're gonna go to talisman. We're gonna go to the 5th tab. We're gonna take this really good resurgence that I have, and then I'm gonna scroll through quickly here and find again that orange one, which is this one, 151. So this is one which I will try to engulf. I have a 149 here. That the 149 is better than the 146 over here. Let's see, I have another 149, another 145, that's no good. 150, I have a 150 on this one. So basically I have a bunch of choices. Now when engulfing, don't engulf everything. Always have at least one decent talisman left in your bag in case you need to switch around. So one of each, not just one. So even though, let's say, I'm not planning to use Aegis, I will for sure keep one in the bag. And not a bad one, not like this 5% ones. Like this 15, I won't touch it. Even if it's even if I could have used one of these attributes, I wouldn't touch it, because that's the only decent one that I have. These two are horrible. So yeah, make sure to have at least one decent one of each type in case you need to switch around in the future. Alright, now I have a ton of specters. I have a ton of specters, and that means it's totally okay to use some. And this one is 8%, nothing special really. I probably have, yeah, I have a 12%er here, so it's totally okay to kill this one. So this one here, I'm hoping that I will get the 151,000 secondary magic defense attribute instead of the 146 ideally. But basically it's gonna roll based on luck. Oh, sorry, be careful, now I'm in the enchant tab, so if I would have clicked enchant I would have lost this completely, so that was a bad mistake. So we're gonna go to engulf tab. I'm gonna take that resurgence again. We're gonna put the 151,000, and the way it's gonna work is gonna randomly pick one of the three, this, and even this. So some people think that the percentage cannot be done. It can be done via engulf. So if you had a bad percent here, it could be done. So but right now I'm hoping I have like 33% chance that he will pick this one, and we're gonna try that. So he's gonna give me a warning, are you sure you want to kill it, because it's going to be destroyed. I will say yes, and now he's going to pick one. It picked the 8%. Of course I don't want 8%, so I'm going to have to cancel that, and I lost that talisman and I got nothing for it. So so that's how it works. Here I have a 15%, so that's good to know. So this is probably the one I will keep in case I need. 149. Let's check resurgences, because of course I have a resurgence here. Do I have an orange substat? Here I have a 12, 148, 147. Let's see if I have a 150 somewhere. 150, do I have 150? I have 149.5, 145, no, 149.5. So we're gonna go to Spectre again. Where is my 15? Here's the 15. We're gonna try to kill one of these 149 fivers. 130, 120. Okay, here, this one has a blue 8%, 149.5. We're gonna try to kill this one and have again 33% chance that he will take that 149.5. But the problem with this one is that it has to also match the 146, because of course the 150 is better. So the chance of success here is pretty low, but I'm gonna try it anyways. Darn it, again it went on the percent, so that didn't work out. Okay, let's kill the next one, 149.5. And that's the last Spectre that I have with a good number. Come on. Okay, so now it got it, and it did. So I got lucky here, and I'm happy that it worked out, because I wanted to be able to show it on the video. So now it says please make your decision about the engulf, and resurgence talisman substat 146,900 will be replaced with the 149,500, and I'll say yes. So now he replaced that one, and that resurgence got stronger. And so if I want to go back to enchant for the 5th tab for that specific talisman, I can fill it up with these lower ones. which I will not use. $90, $100. I try to do it per 10 because it was just better that way. So the 400 here. Okay, let's fill that up. Okay, so we have a plus 10 now for magic defense, and that's of course giving me now a whole bunch of defense, and the 15% is acting on a higher number there, so also getting higher figures from the substat. So, and that's how you fix that. So let's look at the sixth one, which is over here, sunlight. I do have 15%, but I have two horrible, or okay, comparatively or relatively speaking, horrible blue substat. So we're gonna fix that. But first, let's check if we already have maybe a better sunlight. I have 12 here, I have 12 and a 15 here. So this is already better. This one comes with two purple ones, so we're gonna take that. All right, so let's go to talisman, the sixth one. Take the one that I was using, so the 15% with two purples. And block is easy, it's easier than attack because everything is blocked. So we're gonna look at the legendary ones over here, because the purple ones are actually good if you want to replace a blue one with purple, because these ones, of course, the epic ones, they can have an epic substat, but they cannot have a legendary substat. So the epic ones could be still useful, but we're gonna look at the first two rows here. We got a really bad ghoul here at 5%, but it has a legendary substat, so we're gonna try to use that. So again, going to the Engulf tab to make sure not to make a mistake, and let's try to kill this ghoul and hopefully get this legendary substat. Yes, it worked, and it's going to replace the 15,640 block of my main sunlight with 19,770. That's actually a huge increase, because a block is not like physical attack, magic attack, which are big numbers. Blocks are smaller numbers, so this is a pretty significant increase. So there, I got a legendary one in there, so hopefully I can try to get another legendary one in the second substat, and for that we're gonna check to see. We have here another legendary ghoul. Actually, I have two bad ghouls. So I have one decent one which I will keep, but I have these two bad ones which I can try to play with. But this one is worse, this one is better, but this one has a better legendary substat. So we're gonna go with the better one, with the 19,290, and see if we get lucky with that one. No, this one got me the epic one, but actually the epic one is better than the epic one I have, so I am going to accept this one, and it boosted it to 18,500, and that's actually pretty close to legendary. So I don't even have to really do something with it if I don't want to. Let's see if I have something I want to kill. This one I definitely have no problem with killing. It's a resurgence, 5%, and has a really good legendary substat. So I'm gonna try to see if I get lucky to get that 19,000 into that 18,000. Okay, I got it, but it didn't put it in the weak one. It's offering me to replace the 19,200 on top of the 19,700, and I'm gonna cancel that, because of course the 19,700 was better. So there I got unlucky. It was a 50% chance to get this one or this one, and it got the wrong one, so I lost that talisman. And of course with the enchants it works similarly, so you can feed the lower ones that you don't need. So we're gonna do 100. Actually here I can do more. I can do 200 on this one. Has a lot of crappy blocks. We're gonna take all the blue ones, and one of the purple ones, I have a lot of ghouls, so I'll take one of the crappier ghouls. There, this one has a green one. Alright, and we can put, say, 600. Oh no, with 2. What is that, 18 or so, I think? 20. When I try to get round numbers, 160. The big jump happens at from 9 to 10 here. So now I got to +9, and from 9 to 10 the cost rises significantly. So for block, for now, at this point, I'm gonna stop at 9. I'm gonna bring everything to 9 and then see how much I have left and so forth. So that's how you upgrade your stuff. And of course, based on the symbiosis that you have, you will start sharing bigger amount of stats. So for example, we boosted this magic defense really well, and so if we check here the symbiosis stats, my main character, which is the bottom part, is now going to get 71,000 magic defense from that talisman, together with the symbiosis that I have over here, which is at level 5, 13%. And so of course, if you keep on improving your talismans and keep on improving your symbiosis, then both your Dragonchant form and character form are going to get stronger. And so my bell rating with this with these settings is currently now 31 mil. Of course it goes up because you're doing strengthening things, and those are clean good stats, so it's not fake battle rating, it is actually clean good battle rating. So so there you have it. I think that's all for this video, and of course once you clean stuff up, you can hopefully collect from your mailbox the stuff that you didn't have. Let's see if I have some more talismans here somewhere. I need to clean up my mailbox here. Epic talisman chest, and that one is collected. Oh no, it wasn't. So I took a whole bunch of talismans there. Here, epic talisman chests. It looks empty, but when I do collect, it's retrieving, you see? So something is wrong. It's maybe just not showing, but it has a 1 here. I'm gonna take that. Do I have another one? Well, these legendary ones I can just collect because those are chests that go into the inventory over here, and those I should be able to just open straight away, one by one or something. But it could be that one of the bags is full, in which case it's going to give the full message. Let's try to open all these 25. Where did they go? I don't know, they just disappeared, unless it opened very quickly. I didn't get any message, I didn't get any mailbox thingy, but okay. So hopefully they all went to the Dragonchant window. We can check here if there are a whole bunch of epic ones, and I didn't count them, so let's assume they're there. But even if they're lost, it's no big deal. So they shouldn't be lost though, but I basically don't care about them to check properly. And so the biggest one I have, a lot of legendary ones, is in, of course, the attack category, but this is broken up by magic attack and physical attack, and basically you cannot use the magic attack ones if you want the physical attack. So for knights and archers, all the magic attack legendaries are basically useless. There's only one use for them, so you cannot use the substat, you cannot use the primary stat, but you can use the percentage. So if one of these magic attacks has a 15% and your current talisman has a lower than 15%, you can try to, here for example, this is an example. If my talisman had lower than 15, let's say it had 8%, and this magic attack one where I don't need anything, but it has 15% talisman effect, I have a 33% chance of getting that 15%. So that's the only use for it. And the opposite for mages. So if you're a mage and you're using magic attacks, then similarly physical attack ones are useless to you, but the percentage you can use if your current percentage is lower. So that's it. I think this is long enough video, but I did explain everything I wanted to explain, and now everybody should understand everything about enchanting talismans, engulfing talismans, choosing the correct base talisman, and so forth. And again, I advise you to keep some. Don't just use or engulf everything. Of course, make sure there's enough space in your bag for new stuff, but I'm still personally going to keep as much as I can keep, because as I mentioned, to go to enchant, if you try to even put a legendary one, you still get 10 experience, which is nothing. It's exactly the same amount as a lower one, so it's pointless to gather them just for experience sake, but you can gather them to try to improve your percentages or substats. So that's it, you guys. I hope you like this. Please do click on like and subscribe. And of course, as you know, my Wartune blog is at wartune.dollygames.com, and if you want to play some short games, they're at dollygames.com. For other links are in the description of the video. Please share as well to others so others can benefit as well. Thanks for watching and have a very nice day.